Welcome everyone to my Tai Chi Love Studio. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. I certainly miss all of you, my dear friends at Glacier Hills Assisted Living. I wish I could be there with you, but in a way, you can be here with me via this marvelous Glacier Hills television. I am so grateful to have had the wonderful people at Glacier Hills give me a call and request some of my videos to be able to provide to you. My goal today is to bring you into a state of mindfulness that will allow for you to become calm and centered. Because when you're calm and centered, your immune system, your in-body defenses work better. If you think about it, the fight or flight response that's caused by big stressors, like running from a tiger, is going to shut down your immune system. Well, even if we're not running from a tiger, these kinds of things like the virus that's going around certainly causes us great concern. So, in order to keep your immune system functioning well, we need to keep calm, and that's what I'm going to help you achieve today. We're going to bring you to a state of mindfulness through simple meditative processing. Now, meditation doesn't have to be really arduous, sitting for long periods of time on the top of a mountain peak. You can do meditation pretty much all the time by just checking in with your own mind and sitting calmly and focusing on your breath. And that's what we're going to take a look at today. Before I get started doing that, though, I'd like to read you one of my favorite poems by the nature poet named Mary Oliver. And this should bring you into kind of the sense and sensibility of how simple meditation can be. I'm going to sit down here as you are seated here in your chair so that I can be one with you. All right, here we go. Mindful by Mary Oliver. Every day, I see or hear something that more or less kills me with delight, that leaves me like a needle in a haystack of light. It was what I was born for, to look, to listen, to lose myself in this soft world, to instruct myself over and over in joy and acclamation. Nor am I talking about something exceptional, the fearful, the dreadful, the very extravagant, but of the ordinary, the common, the very drab, the daily presentations. Oh, good people, I say to myself, how can you help but to grow wise with such teachings as these? The untrimmable light of the world, the ocean's shine, the prayers that are made out of grass. So good is that poem. And that's what we're going to take a look at. Gratitude. Gratitude, which can bring us right truly here into the center of our moment. Because being in the moment is truly the transformative fire of being. We can be all kinds of worried about things that are outside of ourselves, and that's going to cause us great stress. But if we can just come into our center, check in with ourselves, simply focus on something as simple as our own breathing, we're going to be a lot better ahead. So let's get started. As I have you here now in my space, I'm going to ask that you place your feet on the floor, firmly planted. Bring your posture upright because that's going to keep your lungs functioning better, and we're going to focus on our breath right now to bring us into this moment. One thing I will ask you to do if you want to give it a try is to place one hand, how about your right hand, doesn't matter, on your belly. And you can feel your belly rise and fall with proper breathing. I'm going to ask that you breathe like a baby. Babies are absolutely masters of breathing and calm. Their bellies rise and fall. But as we age, we don't breathe as well as we did when we were a baby because there's so many things that give us stress. So really we start to breathe only in this top section of our lungs here. But our lungs go, we call it belly breathing. But the fact is that our lungs go to about here, but our diaphragm helps to expand and contract and bring the air deeply down into the lungs. So we're going to expand the diaphragm, which is a muscle below the lungs, and contract it. So we'll let the belly rise and fall. Give that a try. Let the air come up, nice slow breathing, and let it fall. And these days, let's do proper breathing technique of only breathing through our nose. I was breathing through my mouth for a moment there for you to see when I inhaled and when I exhaled, but really through the nose is ideal. That way little bits of spit don't fly out of our mouth and into the air. Focusing on your breathing now while I continue talking, I'm going to give you some more techniques about how to keep relaxed and how to begin your meditation process. When you come into meditation, you could be sitting out in the great garden they have here at Glacier Hills, or just in your chair. Perhaps if you can take a little bit of a walk in the places that you're allowed to take some walking, you can have your breath follow each step because we're coming into mindfulness. But even before that, I'd like for you to check in with yourself and say, is my mind racing? And most likely it is. The best way to keep your mind from racing is to come into the body, to check in with how you're feeling in your body. Notice your muscles. Notice if your joints are sore. Notice if your posture's upright, like we spoke of earlier. Notice if you can create that full breath. And what you want to do in order to not be distracted is to pay a little attention to that kid inside you who might be wanting to act out and not focus on what you want to be doing. Focus on that little kid that's saying, oh, I have an ache in my shoulder, or my knees have been bothering me. Pay attention to that little kid and say, what we're going to do now is going to ultimately help us to feel better. So I'll invite you right now to close your eyes just for a few moments, and then I'll ask you to open them. Focusing on your breath, we're doing what is called settling. We're settling into this activity. And if you focus on your breath, you're less likely to fall asleep. And falling asleep is not bad because that definitely does de-stress you. This is certainly a nice way to begin any movement exercise that we'll be doing throughout our little TV episodes here. Just like when we do our full set of stretching and our self-massage and our joint revolutions, we want to come into this nice calm state so that those can work even better. We don't always have to do movement and meditation. Let's just continue right now, focusing on our breath. And then likewise, begin to notice, are you distracted by things? And how do you deal with yourself when you're distracted by thoughts such as the sounds in the room, or things that you want to do after this class, or things that came from before this class? Well, you probably say, oh, I shouldn't be doing that right now. Reality is that those are all parts of you. And so to address the little kid, or perhaps someone that's older, like a senior that you would be wanting to be kind, to enjoy their company, you wouldn't treat them harshly. So don't treat yourself harshly. What you want to do is notice what you're thinking, stay present with it, and then like a cloud floating by, let it float by and come back to the clear blue sky. Let's try that for a few minutes. I certainly hope you are becoming more relaxed. Now is a good time for us to begin our movement set. The nice set of exercises that are going to start from the top of the head and move to the soles of the feet. We'll move from the tips of our fingers to the tips of our toes. So let's begin. Sitting now with our posture upright, loosening the body. I'm going to begin by taking my chin down to my chest and stretching the back of my neck. Take my chin up to the heavens, stretching the front. And return back to center. I'll take my ear now, as you do, to one shoulder, stretching the side of the neck. And now sit back upright. And now take your ear to the other shoulder. And sit back upright. With your chest facing forward, turn your head now over one shoulder as far as you can. And return to center. And now, turn your head over the other shoulder. And return to center. Keep breathing. Pull your shoulders up now to your ears with a big stretch. Sink your shoulders down deep into the sockets. And return to center somewhere in between. Let one hand rise over the surface of the earth. Take that arm across your chest. Pull the elbow in, opening up the shoulder joint. Now take the elbow up to the head like a mountain peak into the clouds. Swing the arm around the head. And now from the center of the body out, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and palm. Release and bring the heavens to the heart. Let's do the other arm. Hand hovers over the surface of the earth. Let the arm come across. Pull the elbow in. Stretch. Take the elbow to the heavens like a mountain peak into the clouds. Swing the arm around the head, and now move the arm forward from the center of the body out, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and palm, and bring the heavens to the heart. And breathe. Now, we'll start with the core of our body. Turn your torso to one side, stretching. And return to center. And now turn your torso to the opposite side. Moments ago we were talking about heaven and earth. Heaven and earth are two of the three grand talents as set forth by the masters of ancient. They saw the great energies of the earth, everything that we do on the earth and that the earth does for us, as well as the heavens that informs the earth. Rain falls to the earth, winds blow the earth. And then likewise, we, the connecting point, are the human in the middle. So many of my teachings are going to say something about the earth and or the heavens coming through the human in the middle. The other great icon for me is the tree. And I don't have my tree graphic up here with me now. I'll try to weave it into the video in post-production. But the tree is a great icon of patience and courage in a way. The tree gently has its roots in the soil, now gently but strongly as well, holding it down. And the trunk right here in this gesture, I can become the trunk of the tree or touch the trunk of the tree or hug a tree. It's a standing meditation. And then I can also place my hands up and out and become the leaves and branches. So what you have here, again, are the three grand talents of earth and human in the middle and the heavens. Two, if you want to think about it, two taste treats in one. The icon of the tree, rooting the arms and hands. Do that with me now. Let the hands fall. Feel the energy of the earth coming into the palms of the hands. And then here, coming into center, the trunk, and now the leaves and branches. I can feel the sunshine coming into my leaves or palms of my hands, and that energy enlivens me. This time we're going to drop the hands here over the surface of the earth. And I'll ask you to take one hand down to the earth and hold on to your chair right now. Stretch the other arm up to the heavens. Arc the body to the side, a nice stretch to the side. Take the elbow to the opposite knee. Take the other arm now up to the heavens. Pushing off the earth, rising now, turning behind you. Open up the body. Let that hand be palm up, holding the heavens. And let the front arm rise, be palm down. Now turn your head and turn your gaze. And as you do, focus your attention by touching your fingers to your thumb. And release that gesture and remember to keep breathing. Now take the other hand down to the earth. Hold on to your chair leg. Stretch the other arm up to the heavens. Arc the body to the side. Take the elbow to the opposite knee. And let the other arm rise up to the heavens. Pushing off the earth, rising now, turning behind you. Open up the body. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, and palm up. Let the front arm rise, its palm down. Turn your head, turn your gaze, lead your mind and your intention, telling your fingers to touch your thumb. Relax and release and return to center. And breathe. Here you can do a little bit of pulsing. So you can feel your body expand with the in-breath, like filling like a balloon and contracting. And we're going to do another heaven-earth connection by taking the fingers of one hand down between our knees, almost as if you're touching the earth. Let the other hand sit on top of the shoulder. Heaven, earth, and the human in the middle. Sit upright and twist opposite the palms. Release. Do the same thing with the other hand. As if touching the earth, fingertips to the heavens. Sit upright, twist opposite the palms. And now coming into center again, we'll go from that large frame exercise to doing the same thing here with just the wrists and the fingers in front of our heart. Heaven, earth, and the human in the middle. Stretch the tendons and stretch the tendons. And now let's bring the fingertips together, the palms together, the wrists and the elbows, rounding the back, hollowing the chest. I'm going to ask that you open up the shoulders, stretching those shoulders. Breathe the body open, sink the hands in center. Now, the symbol behind me has two seemingly apparent opposites, which is what we've been going through today. We'll talk about that more in another talk. But right now, we're going to put some pressure and then do the opposite. Release the pressure. Let your hands breathe. The energy gets condensed. Press. And then release and feel the energy flow right into the palms of your hands. And I'm saying energy because everything has energy. So your hands are in the heavens, you're on the earth, and you are alive with energy. Let's do that one more time. Press your hands together and release. Now let the fingers rise, palms come together, wrists and elbows, round the back, hollow the chest. Bring your elbows to your belly this time so you can stretch your middle back. Breathe the body open, sink the hands in center. Bring the fingertips of one hand down to the base of the other. Take the elbow to the knee and push the fingers back. And now forward. And back. And forward. Bring the other elbow to the opposite knee. Push your fingers back. And now forward. And back. And forward. Sit back upright. Bring your fingertips together, the palms of the hands together, the wrists, elbows, and knees this time if you can. Take your elbows to your belly, arms to the legs, sink into center and stretch your lower back. Sit back upright, sink the hands in center, widen your fingers, interlace your fingers, roll your hands around your wrists. And go the other way. Here you're going to sit palm upright with your hands interlaced. Massage around the muscular part of one of your palms and then into the tendinous center of that palm. And let's do this on the other side. Every morning, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Chinese get up in the morning, because this is a part of the Qigong art that originated in China, and pressure points are on the palms of your hands and on the soles of your feet. So this enlivens what we're talking about, which is, again, another deep talk I can do at another time, on the meridians, energy pathways that run from the fingertips and the soles of the feet up to the organs, these energy pathways to bring good energy to the body. All right, at this point I'll ask you to put one foot underneath you and put one foot out. Wring your hands. And as you do, gently stretch your leg. And if you can't stretch your leg out, we'll do something like massaging your leg to the point that you can. Never do anything that hurts you. Always go to the point before the pain, not through the pain. So this is a little bit more of a stretch. If you've got a bad shoulder or bad knees or bad hips, just be really careful. Only go to the point that feels good. You'll use your own wisdom on that. So right now, energy is in my hands, and I'm going to massage down my leg. And as I go, I'm adding a little bit of gratitude to this, from my heart through to my foot. I'm stretching and massaging, which makes the stretch a little bit easier. Now I'm going to do a little tapping, just to kind of wake up the body, because body is made of mostly water, and this sends vibrations of energy to release blockages. And now smooth up, 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 up. All right. Hover the hand now over the foot. Pull the toes up. Wiggle the toes and fingers around. Spread wide and clench. Open and close. Turn the fist and foot into center and open up the wrist and ankle. Stretch that wrist and ankle. And now to the outside. Relax and release. Again, palm and sole into center, nice and soft. Pulsing, letting the breath come in and then release. And now to the outside. Push the foot down, pull the foot back, bring the knee and elbow into center. Stretching the back, stretching the hip, and now to the outside. Stretch these inner leg muscles here, stretching down, and then back to center. And one more time to the outside, and sit upright. Switch feet. Pull one foot in, put one foot out. Keep the feet flat on the floor. It's actually not just flat on the floor, it is flat on the earth, the battery from which we get all of our energy from the earth. All right, I'm going to massage down the leg as I stretch. Make friends with the stretch, but again, never go to the point of pain. Always just whatever feels good. That's what the wisdom has you doing. Stretching. And now a little bit of tapping. And down the leg. And up. All right. Hover the hand over the foot. Pull the toes up. Wiggle the toes and fingers around. Spread wide like a starfish. Clench like catching a butterfly. Not a tight fist, but open and close. Turn that fist into center. And now to the outside. Relax and release, palm and sole into center. And now to the outside. Push the foot down. Pull the foot back. Bring the knee and elbow into center. And to the outside. Open up the adductors here from center of the leg out and in. Okay. Remember to keep breathing. Full breath. Often when we're doing something, maybe learning something new, we forget to breathe. And then afterward, we have an oxygen deficit. These kinds of exercises, you just want to keep that full breathing going. Qi is life energy, and we want more qi, we want more life energy. And we want to be inspired. Well, inspire means to breathe in, so we really want to continue the breath going. The best way to keep yourself healthy is to continue to oxygenate the body, which ultimately oxygenates the brain, oxygenates the blood, but it also keeps you calmer too. So whenever you can do deep breathing, you can be sitting with your friends down in the dining room just breathing. Nobody needs to know that you're doing this meditative process. It's terrific. It's a great exercise. Okay. Drop your hands down, come into center. Here we're going to go into a little bit of sensitivity training. I ask you to touch each finger to your thumb. So we're waking up our fingertips, and when we do this, I begin to feel little tingles running all the way through my legs, because we are touching the points that the energetic meridians, the points that they start and run through the body. So it's running right through. So if you feel little tingles in your body, you're right on track. And if you don't, it'll come in time. All right, rub your hands together. All right, this is like crunching a little paper ball or something. And now release. Release that energy and bring your hands to your face. I'm going to take off my glasses for a moment so that I can do this exercise with you. It feels so good just to have that gentle touch. Even if you're just touching your own skin, if somebody's touching you and it feels great. Take a moment and relax. You can also use this time to imagine the touch of a loved one, whether they're passed or they just happen to not be available to come to visit these days, and that will soon end. Bring them into memory and they will be there with you. Just pull the hands away from the face and let that touch enliven you. Now run your fingers over the surface of the skin. This is a soft meditation, so easy to do. We're looking for and seeking the soft hairs on the surface of our skin. This is a point-focused meditation. It's kind of hard to think of anything else when you're doing this. All right, now let's deepen the touch to the muscles, easily able to be touching the muscles here, and then to the skull. Now massage the entire skull. Bring the thumbs to the back of the skull. This is called massaging the jade pillow. It's a gateway that we'll talk about at some point, all the gateways in the body where energy enters the body. Now I'm going to have you bring your fingers around your ears. Feels so good. Deep touch. And now take the thumb and fingers to the cartilage of your ears. Perfect. Feels really good. You might feel tingles running through your body again. And now fingertips below the ears, behind the jaw, and massage. Ah, that wakes up. The eustachian tubes kind of gets the junk out of your ears, you know, like when you wake up in the morning, you feel a little groggy. Feels good to massage right here. You can do these exercises anytime. So it's great to do these in the morning. Take your thumbs below your jawbone and your fingers to the jaw muscle now. Massage. And now take your fingers and thumb down the jawbone to the chin. Massage. Massage the face, sides of the nose, underneath the nose, and you know, hopefully, one thing I didn't say, so hopefully they're going to show this video a variety of times. Make sure you wash your hands, because right now we are touching our faces. So I'll put in a little disclaimer at the front end of this video in post-production that says wash your hands before doing these exercises. But I know you're already doing that. Okay, here we go. Thumbs now to the nasal orbital joint. And fingertips to the space now between the eyebrows, massaging one way and now the other way. Breathing, and now release all that tension that was in your hands from your face and head, and we're going to massage the neck. Massage the neck. Shoulders, oh, that feels good. Top of the chest, down the chest. Massage the sternum. Tap, tap, tap a little bit on the sternum and to the outside. And now release. We're going to massage one arm all the way down. Massage the elbow and wrist and hands, and now the other arm. And this decreases blocked energy and makes a nice connection. So we write these days are spending a little bit more time alone. It's really important to make sure that you are making this connection to yourself. I'm going to tap, 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 kind of wake up the body here. It feels like when you slap your face in the morning to wake yourself up. Release that energy. Rub the belly. Sides of the body. And if you've pulled yourself to the front of your chair, or if you can just do this right now, I'll have you softly make some fists and massage either side of the spine. Waking up the body, waking up the muscles and the energy meridians and gateways where energy comes into the back, and now release. And return to center. We've already massaged the legs. We've done some nice tapping exercises on the legs, so we are now set to do our joint revolution set. Starting from the head to the feet, we're going to work all of the joints of the body. So roll the head around. Now go the other way. Sit back upright. Roll the shoulders back. Keep breathing. And now go the other way. Bring the elbows up and back. And now forward. Bring your feet forward and your hands forward. And we'll drop our hands down to the earth. Let the arms rise parallel, move to the heavens, parallel to the earth and back down. So gently rolling around these elbows. Joint revolutions at the elbow. And go the other way. All right, pull the feet back, fingertips to the heavens. Take the hands around the wrists. And go the other way. Let the fingers rise. fingers now around the hands. And go the other way. Coming back into center. Breathing, full breath. Don't forget to breathe. And take the torso now around the pelvis. And again, if you've got any soreness in your back, only go to the point that feels good. Never through the pain. You can even back it off and not even go to the pain. Just do this to the point that feels good. Biggest rule in our Qigong work, which is what this is to take the Western phrase of pain, with pain you have gain. That's not correct. We're going to say no pain, you have gain. And with pain, you have no gain. And rise. Drop the hands down. Remember the earth and the tree roots. Turn the hands, gather into center. And now I'm going to place both hands on one thigh and lift the thigh on the other side. And swing the leg around the knee. Go the other way. And set the foot down, exchange. Lift the knee to the heavens and circle the circle the lower leg around the knee, opening up the knee joint. Go the other way. Set the foot down, exchange. Lift the knee on the opposite side to the heavens, and this time circle the foot around the ankle. Go the other way. Set the foot down, exchange, lift, circle the foot around the ankle. Go the other way. Set the foot down, exchange, put the foot out on the heel, the hand out on the heel, roll the toes and fingers to the outside. And now to the inside. Push the foot down, pull the foot back, put the other foot out on the heel and the hand out on the heel, roll the toes and fingers to the outside, and now to the inside. Push the foot down, pull the foot back. One bit more, one last exercise here. Roll the feet around their perimeter. And go the other way. And rolling the feet forward and back. Back into center. Remember to connect with your breath. Always stay connected. Dropping the hands down, turning the hands, coming into center. I'm going to take one hand, I have my right hand forming a soft fist, and the left hand hovering above. This soft fist means yang energy, correlating to the bright white side on that banner behind me. And the left hand is half of the prayer hand, the symbol of peace, or yin. That's going to be either black or, in this particular flag, it's red. Power and peace, warrior and scholar. Bringing the two together, I'm going to bow to all of you right now. let you know you did a great job, super good job. And I certainly wish that I could see each one of you, but in my heart and in my mind's eye, I see all of your beautiful faces over there at Glacier Hills. And we will be back together very soon. But for now, it has been a pleasure to be here with you. I thank Glacier Hills and Paul for putting this Glacier Hills TV together. Have a super day. I'll see you again very soon. Thank you. Thank you. Nice to see you all. Take care.